Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Hi, I'm E.J. Williams for American Humane. For thousands of years, dogs have been our best friends in our worst times. Today, we're also learning that our best friends, millions of whom are abandoned each year, are often the best medicine when people are facing obstacles. To help both people and animals, organizations like American Humane have been working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, finding animals in need of forever homes and training them as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help our veterans, the elderly, and children overcome the daily obstacles of life. In this way, the rescued can become the rescuers. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time-to-talk, a message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal. Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in a Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke.
Oh.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
Welcome Chattanooga FC fans to Pre-Game Chat. We're counting down to kickoff. Today, we've got all the latest team news, key player insights, and your starting 11. Plus, we'll break down the tactics that could make the difference on the pitch in this one. Stay with us as we get you ready for game time. This is Pre-Game Chat, your ultimate pre-game destination for everything Chattanooga FC. Here's your host, Gabriel Schrein.
Welcome inside of Finley Stadium into Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's pregame and it's almost time for a showdown between Chicago, the Windy City, and the scenic city of Chattanooga. I'm Gabriel Schrein, so glad you're along with us for what promises to be a barn burner between these two sides. Let's get started with a look at the overview of these two clubs and what to expect today. Chattanooga is 8-3-4 overall, 30 points in the table. They're unbeaten at home in 2025. In fact, the last time they lost at home was 307 days ago, 11 matches straight. They have not been beaten in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They're fourth overall in MLS Next Pro, second in the Eastern Conference. Chicago Fire are 6-4-4, 24 points in league play. That means they're fourth in the East, and they're on an 8-match unbeaten run in MLS NP play. Head referee today is Tim Wagner. Assistant referee will be Austin Holt. Rebecca Luther returns as AR2. And Alexander Zelastikov will be our fourth official in this one. Chattanooga returning home, aiming to stay undefeated at Fort Finley, where they haven't lost in nearly a year, seeking a bounce back after recent mixed results, including a goalless draw with FC Cincy. Chicago Fire is riding high on that 8-match unbeaten streak and fresh off of a 3-1 win at Inter Miami CF2 and a shootout win against Crown Legacy. They'll look to capitalize on that. Before we go on with our pregame show and coverage of this match, let's take a look at a different part of the club and the front office and hear what's up with the women's side of Chattanooga Football Club. Juan Hernandez was interviewed following their first ever WPSL Southeast Conference Championship since the return of that side of the roster.
Kind of special, first time since 2018, taking home a championship here in the conference championship. Just talk about what that means to you and the girls too.
It's extremely special, and I think the most important part of that is to do it at home, in front of the fans, in front of our city. I think we also had a broken record of attendance for the women's game. Like, so many good things happened tonight, and the girls deserve all the credit for that.
And your defense this year, just 5 goals allowed, 8 matches. Just what have you seen that has been so special throughout the season from that side of the ball?
It's a whole collective effort. Obviously, we have high-quality defenders on the team, but it is a whole collective effort. The way we work hard today, we work for each other. The defensive unit was really compact. Like, even on moments that the game got hard, they got together, they started working hard, they fought. And from that actually defending moment is when we started attacking a little bit more, and that's how we got the goal. So it was really good team effort.
Did Decatur pulling out, how did that affect your preparation for this game? Was it the same as any other game that you would have approached this season?
Every game for us was a final. We approached that way since the first meeting we had. We told the athletes, hey, every game is a final. You cannot go slow in any of the games, because we knew that any game that you don't win or perform, you could get out of playoffs. Thankfully, we were in playoffs. I think partially we deserve it. We have done really good things throughout the season to be at this point. And we showed it today. We showed that we are a championship team.
Getting this opportunity to play in the playoffs, what do you feel like this team proved?
Resilience, adaptability, how connected the group is, how they understand the mission of the club and the vision of the club, and they believe it. They believe in such a short amount of time. They believe in it, and every single person on the team did. We have athletes that have played a lot of significant minutes, and we have some that have played really small minutes, but everybody in every single training session has been working hard and has been bought into the vision, and that's what it took. It took everybody today.
You brought in some players today that maybe made the difference. How did you get those recruitments in so quick? Was there a lot of work over late at night to get those guys in?
Well, a lot of those were past contacts, people that we already tried to bring, and for some reason or another they could not make it at the beginning, and we stayed connected, and we're thankful that they did now. I mean, you said it. They play a really big role today, and they help us win a championship. So we're thankful that they came here.
And EG's just, she's really quick off that left side today, and the header, she said she usually doesn't like headers, but she had to put that one home. Just talk about her determination and the player that she's been for you guys.
She's been fantastic. On and off the ball, she's also a fantastic person, so she adds a lot of good character into the team. And today, she owned the moment. You need big players to make big plays in big moments, and between Amy making that run, crossing the ball, and EG arriving with a really good sprint and just putting the ball in the back of the net, that's what we needed, and EG did that for us.
What pleased you most about tonight, the performance tonight?
The collective effort. That's the coaches. It's everybody. It truly is everybody. It takes everybody to win a championship, and all coaches were bought in. They all have their specific tasks. Everybody was providing the right information. The athletes apply all of that, And they were fighting throughout it all. Like even on the moments that it looked that we lost a little bit of control of the game and we were not as good on the ball or why not, nobody put their head down. They just said, okay, we keep going. We regain control, and that goal came from the resilience, really, from the ability to fight back and not let those moments determine the game.
And Maddie Smith signed a ton of autographs post-game, was up on the podium dancing. Just, is that cool to see the keeper get those moments too, just in this championship as well?
Well, she deserves it. She deserves it. She's been really big for us this year. And today she showed it again. 1-0 game, no goals scored, and that's how you win championship. And a goalkeeper is a really important part of the team. And today she deserved that and she earned that.
Last game at Finley for the year. You have a message for the fans and the people that come out this season and watch?
We're extremely thankful for them. They know because the athletes tell them consistently that this doesn't happen without them. And I was just so thankful that we were playing at home on this game because that made the difference. So we're thankful for the fans. Thank you, Chat Hooligans.
That was Chattanooga FC women's head coach Juan Hernandez discussing their Southeast Championship, the first since 2018, the first since the return of that side of the club. Congratulations to Juan and his entire roster, including E.G. Dillard, who scored the game winner, climbed the ladder, and took a beautiful crossing ball over the top from Neal, which she buried, hammered into the twine. Here's what she had to say during the postgame press conference.
Could you talk about just the passion in that 79th minute right there after scoring the header and taking the lead in the championship game? Just what was flying through your head and celebration right there?
Yeah, I think our whole team didn't give up throughout this whole game, and I think that's even what the coaches preach and all the girls preach is just to never give up, and I think it's important no matter how hot it is. And we've worked so hard this season and just like so many practices, but it's important to just like keep a mindset to never give up. So I think when the pass came, I was like, well, here we go. And so then I was just really excited just to have such a team that supports me through all this whole season behind me. It was a good feeling.
Is that among the best moments of your career playing soccer so far?
Yes, probably. It's just a good feeling to have so many people supporting you. And just all glory to God to just giving me the strength to play this game and just so many moments, but even just winning throughout the season and every win and even the loss, it's just we all push forward and there's so many good moments and just celebrating through every goal and not just this one.
And only 5 goals allowed by you guys this year. What can you say about how everyone defends out there, from the 3 on the back line and keeper, just how everybody attacks that defensive side of the ball too?
Yeah, I think it takes a whole team. I think it's not just one person. I think it's the goalies keeping everyone in check. It's the midfield keeping everyone in check and just keeping a tight back line and always like just being right where we need to be and going and tackle strong. And like I said, just not giving up throughout the whole game. I think these are really strong girls that just are very passionate about the sport and they just all come together and just want to score goals and win.
After not being able to play that match against Decatur on Friday, how much did that motivate you guys getting this, next opportunity to play in the postseason?
For sure. I think that game just kind of put everyone in a better mood to just use that energy and just focus it towards the championship. I mean, there are going to be times like that, but under circumstances you can't do anything. It's just channel that energy towards the next game and just push forward and do what matters.
Can I ask, when you were signed, I remember reading about the press release, you talked about the importance of community behind a club. You've had great support here in Findlay and even away from home. Can you talk about what that's meant to you guys over the course of the season?
Yes, sir. I think it's amazing to play for such a community and have even like the hooligans just, even though they may not get recognized, and even you guys, but we really appreciate all the support from every single person out there. I think it really encourages all the girls because other teams may not have that, but it's really nice. Even the hooligans coming to away games, that energy really helps us and just keeps us playing the full game, and it just encourages us here that we're all here to do the same thing, and everyone is supporting us. Everyone in CFC wants the same goal and is really pushing for us.
That is E.G. Dillard, the UT Chattanooga Bird, the Mock who scored the goal for Chattanooga Football Club's women's side. Charleston, South Carolina native has taken the Scenic City to the South Region Showdown for the first time since 2018. in WPSL play. It'll be fantastic to see whether or not they can push that through and make it to Stillwater, Oklahoma. It's going to be an absolute battle in Leesburg, and you can find the full seating, standings, and everything. The WPSL will release the brackets on Monday, and of course, Chattanooga FC on social media will have full coverage of that. We'll take a short break. When we return, we will hear from head coach Chris Nugent, his thoughts following the scoreless draw against Cincinnati.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
We're back with more pregame chat. Here's your host, Gabriel Schrei.
Welcome back inside of Finley Stadium. About to get underway between these two. It's Chicago Fire FC 2 on the road battling Chattanooga Football Club, and we are in our pregame coverage. Promises to be a really thrilling matchup in MLSNP play, but before we go on with our coverage, I want to send you to June 21st, and that night it ended in a scoreless draw between FC Cincinnati and Chattanooga FC and went to the shootout. This is what that sounded like on Apple TV.
Chirilla right at Jakupovic. Nearly split the wickets, however. And there is the whistle. 96 minutes, not enough to decide a winner. Norwegian striker, the all-time leading goal scorer in Chattanooga history, steps up and scores. Nice and simple. Akoba. 1-1. Nice and simple. He's done it from the back line, actually, but here he is in this shootout. Round 2. Tate Robertson. Robertson sneaks it through. Here he is from the spot. Schaefer rolls it in. 2-2 through 2 rounds. Carson Locker buries it. 4-4 as we enter the final round. Fareed Sarsar. Sarsar, lovely. Must score to keep this thing going, otherwise it's over. Adnan converts. We play on. Hello, round 6.
Right now, this is
Andre
Apple
Chirilla
TV.
versus Eldin Jakupovic.
You're hearing the
for
voice,
the
Jay
shootout.
Griffith.
Chirilla, yes! Cincinnati claims a second point.
And so that was the shootout that resulted after a scoreless draw here on June 21st between FC Cincinnati and Chattanooga Football Club. Jay Griffith on the call on Apple TV. And if you wanted to watch tonight's match, you do have MLS Season Pass on Apple TV. He'll be on the call tonight as well. Or you can stay right here with me and have the radio call free of charge across our digital platforms. Glad to have you right now. And before we move on in our pregame coverage and get ready for kickoff, Chris Nugent and his post-match press conference comments following that scoreless draw.
Coach, this is now 4 straight matches where you guys haven't recorded a win in regulation. Have you noticed anything different this past month or so about the way you guys are playing?
We haven't been taking our chances. I think that's the big one for me. I felt in each of the last 4 games we've had opportunities to score and kill the game off, and we haven't. I felt 2 weeks ago, or last week, sorry, in New Jersey, we were very good, and we missed maybe 2 opportunities that would have changed the game, and they didn't. So I think that's the big thing for us, is not executing in the moments that really impacted. We saw the first half, we had 2 good chances, and we missed up an opportunity there, I think, again in the second half. So just that execution of it sometimes is probably the big factor.
Can you take any confidence from the fact that we still remain unbeaten at home?
Yeah, it's always, because that game is a draw. I know you get the bonus point. It always feels great when you win. I do feel I felt we had enough chances to score and win the game. I don't feel they created a ton of chances. So you feel, if soccer or sports were fair, you would get the 2 points, but that's not how it works. So we saw a lot of good penalties. They keep making a great save. So I think the positives is that we had some good impact on the game. We got ourselves in good positions, and then even better if it's just that clinicalness, which we know the game comes down to.
At this point in the season, how do you regroup and refresh and reset?
It's the same as always. We should remind ourselves of what we're here to do. We're a group, we're a unit, we're together. That doesn't mean things always go well. There was a lot of good moments to work from in the last 4 weeks, and results didn't go away. And to be honest, at the start of the season, we had some wins that maybe the other team would be sitting in there and saying the same thing. So that is football, unfortunately. I think we have to recognise that the bigger picture is we have more games to go. The plan is always to win every single game. That's never going to change. Whether we go on a win streak or a losing streak, it's always going to be, can we win next week, can we win next week, can we win next week? So those behaviours will happen. Guys are tired, guys are working hard in the heat. It's been a long season, so just managing that and helping them get back to full recovery and fitness, and then being who we were. There's still good moments, we've got still good players, there's some guys out there injured that will come back in and have an impact, and then go from there.
Any other keys to this kind of 2-week break that will be key for the whole team to kind of refresh?
Get healthy, recover. I mean, it's hot, it's draining out there. You can see the guys struggling with the heat for both teams, so the recovery is important. Focusing on what will get us back in the win column and the results, that's important, like being clinical, and that translates into training. And then, like I said, being together. Like, we are who we are in the tough times, not the good times, and we know that we're fantastic in the good times, and then this is a chance to show it. We've talked about the resiliency, we've talked about being adaptable and flexible, and that now goes for when the results don't maybe go our way. But again, it's a point. Being realistic, you're never going to win every single game of the season, so as frustrating as that is, there's a long way to go. We've got a lot of good teams to play, we're a very good team, and we've got a lot of more opportunities to gain more points.
You take away the defensive performance, no scoring?
Yeah, shutout's good. I mean, we struggled. We haven't had a shutout for a while, so yeah, I think that's always a positive. The bigger thing for me is I don't feel they created a ton of good chances. I know they hit the post and the bar, but it wasn't necessarily that as high quality as maybe I felt some of ours were. So yeah, the defence have always been great. I think some of the attackers as well, some of the moments to get them to those situations was good, and we know goal scoring is hard. So.
And that was Chattanooga Football Club head coach Chris Nugent. That'll do it for pregame chat. We will wrap and return in a moment with kickoff from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
This is Chattanooga. One city, one club. 16 years ago, you built something real.
3-0 Chattanooga Football Club.
A club founded and owned by the people, rooted in the heart of Chattanooga.
Bicycle kick, he scores!
For the city, for the community, for us.
Chattanooga way out in front at home.
But everyone doesn't do it the Chattanooga way. We have roots, history, purpose. No matter what came at us, you stood up for CFC. Finley Stadium became a home. Chattanooga stood tall, decided we're always better together. Why try to divide a family? All are welcome here, but there's only one Chattanooga, and there's only one Chattanooga Football Club. This is where legends rise. This is where the real Chattanooga grows stronger. When they step onto our pitch, make them feel a city united under one crest. They say the sincerest form of flattery is imitation. So thank you for recognizing that what we have is something that you want. CFC was built, not bought.
Welcome inside of Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Glad you're with us. We are seconds away from kickoff between Chicago Fire 2 and Chattanooga Football Club. I'm Gabriel Fry, and it's MLS Next Pro Soccer. Both clubs down onto the pitch and ready to go. Chicago Fire will work from right to left in this first half and start with possession of the ball. They're on the road wearing their all-red kits. Chattanooga at home with the navy tops and white bottoms. They're on the left and will defend that side and work to the right in this first half. We are ready to go for kickoff in MLS Next Pro action from Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee, in this showdown between the Windy City and the Scenic City. And with that, we're underway. Quick feed over the top. This is rattled backwards immediately. Back all the way to the right, and the keeper of Chicago. Plowman is playing way up, very aggressive. Chicago will try midfield on the long feed, and this one is pinballed through, but pushed off intentionally. And so last touched by Chicago, Chattanooga will throw it in. Sent on by Tate Robertson, looking for Plowman, taken away quickly. At midfield, there's a battle for it, and it's kept away from James. Chattanooga does knife it back in vacant space and float it across to the far end of the turf. Ball down towards the area, knockered away. Well played by Alpha Diouf. He's from Tees, Senegal. This one to midfield, pushed into the air. Header. Chattanooga can't take it away from Chicago. They're just behind the midfield stripe and working back towards their own area. Knitting passes across the top of the AstroTurf. This is rolled back just between the center field circle and penalty arc. Back across through open space, Chicago. Nearly stolen by Plowman. Loose ball, Chattanooga can't get it away. Anselin nearly stole that deep in Chicago's final third. Fire out towards the midfield stripe. Plowman takes it away. Big Peter with a knifing move through traffic. 4 defenders there. Rolled across to Jalen James on the penalty arc. Deep into the 18-yard box in the end line. Chattanooga inside, and it's knocked away by Chicago Fire. in the final moments, Chicago is able to make the save. Fire are on a run now of their own, and the head of steam coming together for Cassano. He's free, passed out into the area alongside the 6, and it rolls off after Nathan Kohler makes an unbelievable hustle play to get back. What a start in Chattanooga, Tennessee. My goodness, wide open, free running and flying here. So the Chicago Fire, just in the early stages of our 3rd minute, will already have a set piece. Sent in, this rattles around and out front. Sent back on, and it's over the top. Chattanooga will have goal kick. Ball out towards midfield for Chattanooga. CFC from the midfield circle returns to their back line. Fareed Sarsar now will try the midfield stripe. Long bending feed over the top by Tate Robertson is taken away in the wing by Chicago. Battle forward in the corner and it rolls off. Well played defensively. Sam Williams gets to the ball and can test Daniel Mangaroff really well. And Sam Williams has been such a nice piece for the Chicago Fire. He's from New Jersey, a defensive midfielder. Williams is a homegrown who just joined the roster, and he came from the New York Red Bulls in exchange for $175,000, and he has been great for Chicago. Flicked across. On top of the ball is Konix. Diego, aerial play over the top. This one trying to stay on side, but he's well beyond it. Jason Shakaluk, the 35th overall draft pick in the 2024 draft by Chicago Fire. Free and running, but couldn't stay on side. Thought he had it. I didn't, he did. It was clear from the press box he was offside. Chattanooga through midfield. Battling. Trying the far touchline. Able to get it through initially. In vacant space, CFC somehow passes it for Peter Plowman on the 6, and a sliding save by the keeper. Chicago Fire's man stands on his head. Patrick Los gets it done. The homegrown keeper, a young guy too, born in 2006, makes the big play. That's why this is his 15th start this season for Chicago. Down into the area as we begin the 6th minute of play, still deadlocked and scoreless between these two sides. Chattanooga, they're going to air it out again. My goodness, it's a track meet. Free into the 18. He misfires over the top. He was all alone. Patrick Los was the last line of defense. It was one-on-one, mano-a-mano, and he flipped it over the top. We're still scoreless in Chattanooga. Seventh minute is coming. Patrick Los got us started again. Ladled across by Konix. Diego will get it right back from the center back. The back line of Chicago moving through midfield. Now they run a 4-3-3, and they've done it almost every time out this season. They like this formation, but they bend a lot, and they like to have two strikers up front. And Chattanooga steals it away in transition. Stevie Luis Jean to midfield. Long outlet feed. Peter Plowman's in a foot race. Will he win it? Chattanooga gets to the ball in the wing, and it's tackled away expertly by Chicago Fire. Really, really nice play on the back by Jean Alpha Diouf, the man from Senegal. A massive hustle play down the touchline, stays with the ball, gets all the way back, pushes it off. Peter Plowman would have had a wide open chance. Another for Chattanooga, but it doesn't materialize this time. 7th minute winding towards our 8th, and we're scoreless. And so far, this has been a literal track meet. We are passing wide open, free running between Chicago and Chattanooga. CFC puts this into the 18-yard box. Plowman can't control. Nice clearance initially by Chicago. They're trying to keep it moving. Good header, and as it's helmeted towards midfield, Chattanooga will regather. Chat flips this towards the back side of the midfield circle, and Nathan Kohler, the man from the UK, will take over with the ball. Nathan Kohler, one of my favorites in the entire league. He played for Prescott Cables, which is a supporter-owned club in Merseyside, United Kingdom. Prescott is a tiny town, and he came here to Chattanooga to play for the MLSNP side, Chattanooga FC. Jalen James takes it away in front of the area for Chattanooga, down to the corner of the 18. Tate Robertson back to Jalen James. Now Robertson again. Pass down towards the end line. Chattanooga centering feed, and the crossing ball headed away. Chicago's got it on the penalty arc for the moment. Nice pass across, left off, and Chicago able to eliminate the scoring threat of Chattanooga again. Chattanooga bringing the house in this first 10 minutes. Chicago has done a very nice job of getting back, making plays in that final third, and preventing anything from materializing. They're going to have to keep doing that. That's not on paper how I thought this would shake out, though. Chicago is a little better than Chattanooga at possessing the ball and attacking. In fact, they take more shots per match than Chattanooga Football Club does on average. So, surprising turnout in our first 10 minutes of play. The Fire back on the spot. Eldin Jakupovic pushes this across to Fareed. Sarsar leaves it off for Tate Robertson, who connects with Plowman. Long ball down the field. Chattanooga up the touchline in front of the supporters section. They'll stop. Tate Robertson rolls this for the penalty arc, and it's taken away expertly by Chicago. Nice cutoff again. Chase Nagel this time makes the play. Another Chicago Fire Academy product. He came from the CFJ City pre-academy team, and at 16 years old, he is one of the better professional prospects in the Chicago Fire environment. And I've talked to their entire front office. Gary is a great guy. He develops the academy program, really puts together very nice prospects. As we have a crime at midfield, Jalen James is ridden like a cart. My goodness, he just latched onto his jersey. I'm surprised. That's almost worthy of a card. We'll have a free kick from 10 yards beyond the midfield stripe. Jalen James is trying to run through midfield, and Cassano, the Italian, grabbed his jersey and just hung on. That's a talented footballer right there. Don't let me forget to tell you about him. Claudio has been fantastic for Chicago Fire. Chattanooga will take this. Aired out by Nick Mendonca. This one collected by Chicago on the back corner of the 18-yard box. Left off through vacant space. Jalen James intercepts. Push to Peter Plowman on the penalty arc. Fires, and it's covered by Los. Patrick Los makes the save for Chicago Fire 2 as we've reached 10 minutes played in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Still scoreless between these two sides. Really nice play by Patrick Los again. Peter Plowman pulled an opportunity out of nowhere. Talk about a bag of tricks. Fire trying to roll that through, and it's off, so the ball will go with Chicago as everyone's still moving down to the left. Chicago throws in, controlled, rolled down the touchline, and it's out. Bryce Richards was the intended target. Chicago, Illinois native. This roster is just loaded with great local products. I mean, it helps when the area, the footprint of your city is larger than most countries. Chicagoland, 3.5 million, the metro population. Chattanooga takes this away at midfield. Tate Robertson rolls down to the far side. Just over the stripe, he gets it right back on the center field circle. Chattanooga working the center area of the pitch. No progress so far. They're going to go backwards for a moment. Chattanooga down the touchline. It's Nick Mendonca. Defended by Chase. He'll go back to midfield. Fareed Sarsar is standing a third of the way down into the attacking end. Sarsar goes forward, ball comes backwards to him. Stevie Louis Jean collects and hands off to Kohler. He's going to air it out for the far side. Chattanooga Football Club, this one knocked away initially, regathered. Mangarov rolls this down into the wing, centering feed, and it's chipped away by Chicago again. A wonderful play by Alpha. He has made save after save in the back third. Chicago ahead of steam through midfield, down into the attacking third, pass into the 18-yard box and stolen away by Chattanooga Football Club. Cleared to midfield. Knocked backwards. Chattanooga comes up on top of it. Pass down the sideline. Long feed into the area. Chattanooga trying to stay onside. Pass out front. Hammered left of the stick. Just wide for Chattanooga Football Club. I was certain he would score on that run. Just unable to find the twine. So Chattanooga will enjoy their first set piece of the match. Great scoring chance, went just wide. A blistering shot by Milo. Chattanooga floats this down into the 6, headed away by Chicago. CFC scrambling to regather. And unable to reach that in time. So as it's last touched by Chicago, Chattanooga's Football Club will throw in. Chicago Fire led by Mike Matkovich, over 30 years of experience. He coached the U.S. National Under-18 team and has held roles with the Fire, Chivas, Toronto FC, and Columbus. Thrown in. Manganov tripped up on the edge of the area. Draws a whistle. Will it be a free kick? What a spot for Chattanooga Football Club. They're maybe 5 yards off of the end line, and they're just outside of the 18. Standing by to take the free kick. Again, they're just 5 yards off the end line on the close side of the field. Just outside of the area as well is Tate Robertson. 18-yard box is loaded up. Robertson floats this into the 6. Body's there. Hatter is off the mark initially, trying to clean it up with a bicycle. Chattanooga can't get a boot onto it. Slid over the penalty arc. CFC fighting for the ball. Kohler tackled down from behind. Chicago clears it away. Battling to the ball, still with it, and unable to stay all the way down the pitch with possession. A nice play by Harold Osorio. He's from Ciudad Delgado, El Salvador, the central midfielder. Took that one all the way from the back third, out through midfield, and chipped it away from some Chattanoogans. Really nice flip of the table. Chattanooga headers this. Chicago lets it roll off deep in the wing. Throw in coming from Jeannie Kanye. He's from Rootport, South Africa. 63rd overall draft pick out of the University of Dayton for the Flyers. The former Flyer will bend it inside. Chattanooga hammers this over the end line. A set piece coming for the Fire of Chicago. Chattanooga Football Club, the head coach is Chris Nugent, who's from Surrey, England. He joined Chattanooga in 2022 as an assistant, and he's well known around the league and the soccer world for his innovative use of data. Gabriel Schrei, this is MLSNP Soccer live from Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're scoreless, and we played just over a quarter of an hour between these two sides. We're to the 17th minute. Set inside by Chicago off the corner. Chattanooga clears it away. Swept through the air by Mendonça out to the center field circle. The Fire of Chicago will regather. Stepping forward is Gene Alpha. The man from Senegal tries the long feed, and it's off the mark. He was looking for Claudio Cassano, and Chattanooga is able to take it away. Long throw in by Tate Robertson for Peter Plowman. Through midfield, down into the final third. Deep in the wing for the end line. Plowman bends it out front, and it's off the mark. Chattanooga turns it back over, and who else is there to get it? Gene Alpha. The man from T Senegal onto the ball. Through midfield, Chicago Fire. Long outlet feed. Nearly taken away, and it is. Stripped in vacant space, Chattanooga regathers. Nick Mendonça rolls this forward. Chattanooga Football Club looking for somewhere to go. Inside. CFC biding their time. They're not liking something they're seeing here. Airing it out now, across the top and closer to the 18. Robertson tries to pass inside, penalty arc. Chattanooga back out front of the area. They retreated momentarily. Luis Jean goes to Robertson, who is run down from behind, and Chicago's got the ball. Cutting to the inside, stumbling, rumbling. Kanye gets this to the circle. Somehow Chicago pushes it through, and Fareed Sarsar cuts it off on the back end. I will tell you, I am not one to criticize officials, but Tim Wagner must get control of this match. This is a street fight. Chattanooga back in possession of the ball on the back third and working from left to right. 19th minute has arrived. We are deadlocked and scoreless between these two sides. Really high level of physicality that's a little beyond competitive fun in Tennessee so far. Jalen James pushes this across the top into the wing, and Chattanooga can get back to it and regather as it's directed off by Kanye. Genie will allow Chattanooga to have the ball. Rolled down the field. With it is Chattanooga just beyond the wing. Mendonça looking. He'll try the far side. Nice dish to the circle. Milo, a handoff. Kohler. He'll try an outlet feed for the 18. Chicago cuts it off. Aerial play by the Fire. And Chicago Fire Football Club is free and running from right to left. Ahead of steam, down towards the Chattanooga area. Long shot wide right of the stick. Eldin Jakupovic watches that go by. Eldin Jakupovic has been so good this season. Selected to the MLS Next Pro Goalie Wars. He'll have goal kick now. Jakupovic last played before joining Chattanooga for MLS side LAFC during the 23 season. He's an FA Cup winner with Leicester City and a Russian Cup winner with Lokomotiv Moscow. Made one appearance with Switzerland on the national team. Competed in UEFA Euro 2008. Dual citizen of Switzerland, Bosnia, Herzegovina. Jakupovic represented Switzerland from the U18 level, the senior team. He's played with Grasshopper Zurich, FC Thun, 6 UEFA Champion League starts, Lokomotiv Moscow, Olympiacos, so many different places. He's been so good for so long. Finished his career with LAFC on the MLS side before joining Chattanooga. And speaking of which, our heroic keeper is down. It was goal kick. We're talking about him, and he had to take a seat. Jakupovic seated on the field and being attended to by medical staff. So will they take a moment with him? I'll take a moment as well when we return. It'll be Pro Side Soccer here for you. Scoreless, deadlocked, 21st minute.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Well, after a few moments of attention, Jakupovic is back up, and we are ready to get back underway as he will kick this goal kick and return us to play in Chattanooga. The ball is through, and it's offsides. My goodness, offside rather. Chattanooga played that at midfield off of the goal kick and was able to roll that all the way down the far sideline, up the channel, towards the edge of the wing. It's picked up there. Chattanooga starts to cut inside, but he was beyond everybody else on the field, and that's offside. The ball will go with the Fire of Chicago. Alpha is the one who will walk this out. Long feed by Chicago, cut off by Chattanooga again. Chattanooga's man goes down, Mangadov, and the call right away by our referee, Wagner. He's got words for the man from the fire side, Kanye. Back to get underway. Chattanooga will take the free kick. Long feed down for the area, and Los gloves it. Patrick Los onto the ball. We remain scoreless in Chattanooga, deadlocked. 2 clean sheets midway through our 25th minute between Chicago and Chattanooga. Rolled through by Kanye. Looking for help. Chattanooga takes it away. Stevie Luis Jean flicked this across the top of the AstroTurf down to the far touchline. CFC looking both ways. They'll go backwards instead. A bit of a reset. Not liking all the pressure. Spoke to Hayes Creech, the director of communications for Chattanooga Football Club, before the match, and super impressed with a couple of things entering this one. 2 numbers that I was keeping an eye on the stat sheet. First of all, undefeated after today. If they can maintain the streak, it'll be 308 days in a row unbeaten in Fort Finley for Chattanooga Football Club. That'll make it a dozen matches if they can topple the Chicago Fire FC side. And also, we talked a bit about Gavin Turner, who came from DC United on loan to Chattanooga this week. We're expecting he may see the pitch today. Chattanooga off the throw-in, somehow pinballs this to the far side and deep into the wing. Chattanooga for the end line, crossing feed knocked away by Chicago, and a set piece coming for the Scenic City. Scenic City, Windy City, a battle with potential playoff implications today from Fort Finley. I'm glad you're with us. This has been a really good one so far, and it's only going to get better. Tate Robertson will deliver this corner momentarily from the far side. Chattanooga loading up the area, 1 man already in the 6-yard box. Chattanooga 8-3-4, Chicago 6-4-4, 30 and 24 points respectively. Chicago hasn't lost in 8 matches straight. Here's the bend by CFC into the 6-yard box. Loose, skaters around and knocked out by Chicago. Floated for the touchline. This one hammered away from the spot with a good header, and we've got a man down, and they came together with force. Oh no. That was a massive collision. Oh no, a head-to-head collision between two athletes on the edge of the area, and they hit hard. Medical staff rushed onto the field immediately. The Chattanoogan stumbled backwards and fell. It looks like, I can't tell who it is. I wouldn't want to say without a number. I'm almost certain it's Fareed. It is. He's on his feet. He looks to be all right. And it looks like both of them will be all right. Gene Alpha, the other one's seated, and he's up as well. Thank goodness. They hit hard. Head-to-head contact in the air. That was a big collision. Thank goodness they're all right. We're in the 28th minute and scoreless between these two sides. And Alpha is coming off of the field. Looks like Fareed Sarsar is as well, so hopefully Fareed is okay. Hopefully Gene Alpha is all right. Fareed may stay in. He's with Melanie Schaefer walking down the touchline. Schaefer, the longtime athletic staff trainer for Chattanooga FC. Chicago Fire have taken Gene Alpha off of the field. I'm not sure if they'll let him play on or not. Other matches around the league tomorrow: Philly Union at Toronto Football Club, FC Cincy at New York, and at 7 p.m. we'll have a pair: New York at Huntsville, Crown Legacy at Orlando. On Wednesday, Crown Legacy at Carolina Core, Atlanta at FC Cincy, and on Friday, Toronto at New York, Austin at St. Louis City 2. All in MLS Next Pro action coming up this week. Should be a lot of fun stuff. Chicago Fire will play New England on July 13th and Toronto on July 20th. Chattanooga plays Philly Union on July 13th. Inter Miami on July 19th. Wagner, the referee, is trying to get us back underway now. Talking with Patrick Laus, the goalkeeper of Chicago Fire, too. Well, we have a moment. The fastest ever red card, here's a little bit of trivia for you, was delivered to Lee Todd of England in 2000. It came 2 seconds into the match. 2 seconds, he caught a red card. Tim Wagner looks like he's satisfied. We're scoreless in our match in the 30th minute. Nearly have played 1/2 of an hour as they turned that little bit of an injury scare into a hydration break for these two sides. We're ready to go as Laus will have goal kick for Chicago Fire 2. The Fire roll this across the top of the turf. A hookup with Kanye. Over midfield. Kanye goes backwards. The Windy City on top of that center field stripe. Now to the back side of the center field circle. Over the stripe again, towards the attacking third on the sideline, harassed by Chattanooga. Returning this, maybe going all the way back to Los. No. Kicked across the back line of Chicago. Fire cut up field. A handoff. Kanye takes it up. He's defended immediately and gives it off. Long bend over the top by Casano to the backside of the area. Chicago's onto it. Fire, dribble on the corner of the 18-yard box. Rolled out front, this one towards the penalty arc. Pinballed backwards towards the midfield circle. They'll try again on the close side. Kanye hands it off in the wing. Casano passed down to the corner of the 18-yard box. Harassed by two Chattanoogans, staying with it. Floater for the penalty spot, and Eldin Jakupovic. Jordan pose, baby. Gets airborne and snatches the soccer ball. Kicked away. Chicago way on the back, harassed by Peter Plowman. And he'll let it go as it's chipped by Diego Konix across to the keeper, Laus. Diego Konitz is from Montfort, Netherlands. Captained them last season, 6'2" center back, 24 matches last year, scored a pair of goals. He's a St. Louis University alum, the Billikens. What is a Billiken? Does anybody know what a Billiken is? St. Louis Billikens. Somebody Google that. Shot, this one deflected away. Long ball by Chicago. They're outside of the attacking third and take that. Chicago Fire. Nice turnout tonight in Chattanooga. Great crowd at Fort Finley. Chicago Fire attacking the area. Down towards the 18, right side of the penalty arc, knocked away by Chattanooga. Vacant space, regathered by Chicago in front of the center field circle. Fire on the far side of the 18, send it towards the area again, and it's pushed away by Chattanooga. Regathered by Alpha. He's going to try the wing on the close side. An aerial play across, taken up by Casano. Claudio has this knocked away by Chattanooga, but it'll be thrown in by the Fire from right in front of the Chattanooga bench, and head coach Chris Nugent. Backwards they go, where they hook up with Konix. He'll flick this to Alpha. Left off. Sam inside the circle. Harassed from behind. He'll hand it off to Kanye. Genie tries to push this down the sideline, and the ball boy gathers it immediately for Chicago. The Fire, it's thrown in by Casano. Claudio gets this across. Inside Chicago towards the penalty arc. Backwards they go. They'll have to reset momentarily. 10 yards beyond the area. They're going to bend it to the backside in the corner of the 18. He's going to have to retreat as well back to the midfield circle. And so it's a moment of breath for Chattanooga as Chicago will have to try again. Here's the floater by Casano inside. Headed away by Chattanooga. Regathered Fire down deep in the wing for the end line. Tries to bend it over the top. And Chattanooga knocks this away. The ball over the end line, so it's a set piece for the Fire. Chicago will deliver from the close side. One red kid is in the 6-yard box. There's 5 in the area. Here's the delivery, floated over the top. There's way too much on it. He saves it, but it's off over the end line. Goal kick, Jakupovic in Chattanooga. 92 degrees at kick. We're playing on the surface of the sun in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Shout out to the chicken processing plant. Couple yards over, and smells great. Appreciate that. Setting sun is beautiful in the face of Lookout Mountain. Big collision at midfield between a couple. Alpha daps up Peter Plowman. They're good to go. Peter Plowman has been deadly since joining Chattanooga Football Club. So much fun to watch him play. Trying to make plays again tonight, unable to create anything so far. He came from Mars Hill to CFC, led NCAA's Division II scoring category last season, scored 24 goals for Mars Hill, had an illustrious career for them, and won the equivalent. We've got a collision here. Hold on. Chicago nearly takes it away. Chattanooga. Stevie Louise Jean pushes this deep in the wing towards the corner. Chattanooga's got the football on the end line. Down inside, 6-yard box out front. Chicago cuts it off and clears it away. What a play defensively by the Fire. Ball's still alive in the corner. Chattanooga takes it up just in front of the flag. Street fight there, and this one is off. Chattanooga will maintain possession. Throw incoming for Chattanooga. Rattles around, fight for it. Chattanooga loses this to the Chicago Fire. Just beyond the area, trying to work his way through traffic to midfield, and as two collide, the call goes to the Fire. Chicago will maintain possession. Tim Wagner, some quick words from Mendonça after that collision. He's back defensively. Kanye takes up the pass, tries to work it around Jalen James, goes backwards instead. Pitch and catch being played. Trip Fleming. Fleming is somebody who just rejoined Chicago Fire on an MLS Next Pro contract through 2026. He starred at Wisconsin, logged over 1,000 minutes, scored 5 goals, 3 assists as a sophomore. Chicago Fire. Claudio Cassano down the touchline towards the wing. Pushed inside to Kanye. Fire to Trip Fleming. Back across. Kanye wanted to go back down low to Cassano, but the Italian heavily defended. Here's Claudio, gets it through, pushed down deep in the area for the end line. Chicago out front, hammered wide into the brickwork behind the twine. It's well wide, and a sigh of relief for Chattanooga. We're just starting our 38th minute. We are deadlocked and scoreless between these two sides. Ball down the field, collision down on the edge of the area. Very, very close to being a penalty for Chattanooga. My goodness. Chattanooga's trying to argue for the penalty, and the referee, Tim Wagner, is putting them maybe 5 yards behind the area. That's amazing that Chattanooga has created something out of nothing, and this is a prime position. I can't overstate the importance of this moment in this match. 39th minute, scoreless. Chattanooga has a free kick from maybe 5 yards beyond the area. They're just to the left of the penalty arc. Patrick Lose and Chicago Fire could be in trouble here. Mangarov standing by with the ball. Chattanooga approaches, fires over the top of the crossbar. It's free. It's clear. Lose takes a sigh of relief, and the sheet remains clean for the Fire of Chicago. If you didn't know, the Chicago Fire are not named for the TV show. It's because of the cow that knocked over that lantern in the 1900s. The whole city of Chicago burned down in like 1906. 80 blocks, I think it was. That's worth a fact check. Somebody can check that for me. Collision just beyond midfield. Both clubs won it on the kick, and Chattanooga is going to kick this away. Mendonça drawing the ire of Wagner. He says, hey, calm down. We're resetting. We'll see another kick now with the approval of Tim Wagner. Chattanooga does kick it. Okay, he says, not yet. Hang on. That was not with the approval of Wagner. Tim sends him back. We kick it again. It looks like they've passed Tim's test. We're underway. Long feed by Chattanooga over the top. End line, CFC rolls into the 6 and Lose covers. Chicago, a nice play on the back. In the final third, Chicago's been really efficient. That back line, Alpha's been super good. Got some really nice help from Kanye coming back and playing down there. And of course, Patrick Lose himself has been great between the sticks tonight. Vacant space, playing pitch and catch. The Fire of Chicago knitting passes across the top of the AstroTurf as we reach the 41st minute. Deadlocked and scoreless in Chattanooga. Long outlet feed over the top. Chattanooga takes it away from the Fire. Playing up with some pressure is Kanye. Pushed away by Jakupovic. Another league of MLS Next Pro action. This league is just nuts. Night in and night out in the best way possible. 41st minute. Somehow scoreless between these two sides. We have seen run on goal after run on goal. Chattanooga floats this through midfield. Taken up by Tate Robertson. Long, winding feed towards the area. The Fire are the first to it. Well played. They've gathered in the corner. Chicago going to send this one towards the supporters section. Hello, Rossi. Couple of fans snag this. Thanks, Granddad, being on the lookout. Throws that back onto the field. And quickly thrown in by Chattanooga. We're back underway. Jalen James knifes his way into the area, and it's shoveled off over the end line by Chicago. Nice play defensively. Maya Rosario. Salvadorian midfielder gets to it, knocks it off. And that errantly is called goal kick. He definitely was the last to touch that. Chattanooga fans not happy about it. What they're saying is green team sucks, and the officials are wearing green tonight. Chicago with the ball. Juan Miguel Zapata Cale left off. Chicago pitch and catch through midfield. Kanye rolled over to Konix. Diego is intercepted by Chattanooga. CFC vacant space, triple teamed. Knifes around Kanye again on top of the ball. Chattanooga floater, 18-yard box gathered there, left side, pushed through the end line. Chattanooga cut off. Well played by the Fire. That's goal kick. So the Chicago Fire continue to frustrate, bamboozle, and disrupt Chattanooga in that final third, as our 43rd minute will momentarily become the 44th, and we're scoreless between these two sides. Across, Chicago out of their own back third. Midfield on top of the ball, working with it quickly. Floated by Casano, looking inside for some help. Back across, Kanye in the corner for Chicago Fire. Pushed out of the area by Chattanooga. Kanye regathers on the end line, tries the crossing ball. Pushed out of the 6-yard box, lots of vacant space. It rolls out to the Fire of Chicago on top of the AstroTurf. Diego Konix walking his way towards the left side of the 18-yard box. Pushed down to Casano. Casano on the touchline. Wants to go inside. Chicago back to Konix again. Diego hands it off. Back to him again. Chicago looking for somewhere to go, and Chattanooga doing a really nice job of playing back, resting on their haunches, and making Chicago come to them. Stevie Luis Jean strips this away for Chattanooga Football Club and can't be cleared before Tim Wagner sounds the whistle and sends this one with Chattanooga. 45th minute arrives as we're still scoreless. Ball rolls away, it's regathered and handed to Jakupovic, who will put us underway. The keeper. Across, Chattanooga. Kohler. Nathan in some trouble, harassed. Long outward feed for Kohler, and it's offside. Too long, too much. I like the look. One in Mangarov, who was free and running down the touchline. He streaked through the wing into the 18, but he was a couple of steps beyond everyone else and easily called offside by our AR. We're going to play 5 minutes of extra time on this first half. As we're still scoreless after our first 3/4 of an hour of play between Chattanooga and Chicago. And our first minute of stoppage time almost gone already as we're approaching the 47th between Chattanooga and Chicago. Free kick coming for Chicago from just in front of the midfield circle. Claudio Casano, the man from Italy. The attacking midfielder steps, strikes, fires down into the 18, headed and cleared away. Well played defensively by Chattanooga Football Club. That means we'll see a corner now for the Fire of Chicago. This is going to come from the close side. They're loading up the 18-yard box here midway through our 47th minute. Still scoreless between these two sides. Chicago bends this down into the 6, hammered away immediately by Peter Plowman. Chattanooga rolls this out through midfield, regathered by Kanye on the back. He's going to wind a pass across down towards the far sideline. Dribble, dribble, dribble out to the penalty arc. Chicago long strike, and this one finds brickwork instead of twine as the sheet remains clean in our 48th minute of play. Extra time has brought more action, but still no scoring between Chicago and Chattanooga. Floated out after the near scoring attempt and dribbled around at midfield before it's taken away by Chicago and lost. Throw in for Chattanooga. Chattanooga throws in, Chicago regathers just behind midfield. Pushed down to Juan Miguel. Through the circle. Takes his time, tries an outlet feed. He's got some help. Casano down in the wing, streaking into the area, tries the centering feed. Chattanooga collects and pushes it off. Great play defensively by the back line of Chattanooga FC. They have been lights out today at home. Thrown in immediately. Fire. Chase Nagel rolls this back out front. Connection by Diego Konix. The midfield circle, Alpha pushes this across the top of the turf, rolled back to the center field circle. Chicago wants the right side of the 18, knifed through traffic. He's got it on the penalty arc, laser shot, this one over the top, finds brickwork. We remain scoreless again in the Scenic City, the Windy City unable to hang one on Chattanooga to this point. We've seen a lot of high-quality shots both ways in this first half. The last few moments have been all Chicago and still unable to pull the lid off of this. 5 minutes of stoppage time is what we were called for. We played 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Long ball on goal kick, big collision. Peter Plowman goes down as Alpha gets into him. Jakupovic pushed it through the midfield circle. This one rattles back and forth. Finally, Chattanooga's got possession. Shoved. He stays with it. No whistle. Tate Robertson had his steam. He's got it towards the area. Fires the long ball. It's a bit high. Robertson lets one go. A laser shot. Beautiful strike by Tate Robertson. Just couldn't find twine. 50th minute approaching in just seconds. We could go to the whiteboard in the locker room at any second. And with that, we do go indeed to the locker room and whiteboard time between these two sides. An exhilarating first half. It felt like a wild, Wild West shootout where nobody got shot. We're scoreless. Deadlock, clean sheets between the Windy City and Scenic City after one half of play. We'll return with halftime analysis and more in a moment from Chattanooga, Tennessee, between CFC and the Fire of Chicago.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What?
No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Children are the greatest joy and our best hope for a better future. Friends, they are the future. But did you know that millions of kids are facing hunger every day? Food is not just food. It's energy, health, confidence, hope, and even love. Yes, love.
Thank you!
Learn more about how No Kid Hungry is helping end child hunger in America at helpnokidhungry.org.
Hi, I'm EJ Williams for American Humane. For thousands of years, dogs have been our best friends in our worst times. Today, we're also learning that our best friends, millions of whom are abandoned each year, are often the best medicine when people are facing obstacles. To help both people and animals, organizations like American Humane have been working to harness the healing power of the human-animal bond, finding animals in need of forever homes and training them as life-saving service and therapy dogs to help our veterans, the elderly, and children overcome the daily obstacles of life. In this way, the rescued can become the rescuers. To find out how you can help give animals and the people they help a new leash on life, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Show your Chattanooga FC pride everywhere you go with official club gear. From stylish hats and tees to cozy hoodies and scarves, we've got everything you need to represent your team. Visit our online store at ChattanoogaFC.com or stop by our merchandise stands at Finley Stadium. Gear up and wear your colors proudly. Let's paint the city blue together. Chattanooga Football Club. Your team, your style, your gear.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the woods, just outside of town.
Oh, not surprising. You've got your home. Bears have theirs.
Yeah, but see, this wasn't just any bear. This bear was wearing jeans and a hat, as in a Smokey Bear.
Jeans and a hat. That's definitely Smokey. What exactly did he have to say?
Well, we were about to head home, after having a bonfire.
Oh, I can guess where this is going.
Right. See, Smokey told me the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
That's true. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
Wow, no kidding?
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
that was a joke.
Oh.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
This summer, the Games will bring us together to celebrate our nation's athletes, their sacrifices, resilience, and unwavering passion. Because at the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe athletes are defined by their journey, not the medals they win. And creating a safer stage for all levels of competition is our priority, from the practice fields in your town to the podium in Paris. Join the movement to end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Chattanooga, every game day is an experience with the Chattanooga Football Club. From thrilling matches at Finley Stadium to community events and fan meetups, there's something for everyone. Join us and be a part of the action. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for tickets, schedules, and all the latest news. Let's come together and support our team like never before. Chattanooga Football Club, one city, one team, one goal.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on, and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey, we're pretty good.
yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected to all the Chattanooga FC action with the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Tune in for live broadcasts of every match, in-depth analysis, and more. Whether you're at home or on the go, never miss a moment of the excitement. Follow us on social media at Chattanooga FC for the latest club news and updates. Chattanooga Kickoff Network, bringing the game to you.
Okay, so Sarah, I'm dropping you off at Emily's?
Yep.
And Josh, you're going to?
Soccer, Dad. Soccer practice.
Right. Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know when I pick you both up, I'll be wearing my short shorts.
What?
No!
Yep, and my dorky dad hat, and I'm gonna do my dad dance for all your friends. They'll love it!
Seriously? Why?
Because I like my short shorts. Of course, I could be talked out of it if you guys would just buckle up your seatbelts without giving me a hard time.
It's important to get your kids to buckle up for safety, no matter what it takes. And sometimes, all it takes is your parental powers of persuasion.
Okay, we're buckling up.
See, all buckled.
Good choice. I'll just have to do my dad dance at dinner time. What?
No!
Do what you have to make sure your kids are wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.
Looking for a fun, exciting night out for your family? Look no further. We've got it. Chattanooga Football Club matches are the perfect family-friendly event. Enjoy the game, food trucks, and activities for kids of all ages. Make memories and support your local club. Visit ChattanoogaFC.com for schedule and ticket information. From thrilling goals to community spirit, there's something for everyone. Chattanooga Football Club, where soccer and community come together.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Welcome back inside of Finley Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Glad you're with us. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Unbelievably, we are scoreless after that first half. An absolute track meet of a half of soccer. My goodness, I'm worn out. We had 7 shots to the fire, 5 for Chattanooga, only 1 on target for Chattanooga. Chicago possessed the ball 62% of the time to the 38% of Chattanooga. 4 corners fired to Chattanooga, 3 offsides total, 7 fouls by the Fire, just 3 for Chattanooga. And the passing accuracy, one of the lowest matches so far this season for these two clubs. Chicago 79%, 75% for Chattanooga's football club. We're back here at Fort Finley in Chattanooga, Tennessee, in the Scenic City. The Windy City is on the road and visiting Chattanooga in a great Eastern Conference showdown. Chattanooga is number 2 in the Eastern Conference. Chicago is number 4. Massive playoff implications in this one, and the second half is about to get started. 3/4 of an hour in the books. No score yet between these two sides. Chattanooga will start this second half with possession of the football. I'm Gabriel Schrei. Welcome back and glad you're with us as we are ready to go between these two sides. Chattanooga will kick us off starting right now. Chattanooga rolls this all the way back to their keeper. Sent long. Knocked backwards. Chattanooga back to the keeper again. On top of the penalty arc. We'll try the far side now. Chattanooga at midfield. This rattles around. Possession unable to be established by either club, but as Chicago tackles the Chattanoogan from behind, it's enough to draw the whistle. Take a look at the 11 on the field in just a moment. Chattanooga will keep us going. Both clubs running that 4-3-3 again in the second half. Started with it today, and they've run it all season long as Kohler has it on the back line just behind midfield and will float it across the top of the turf over to Fareed Sarsar. Long outward feed. Kohler goes down to Milo Garvanyan, who pushes it into the 18 between the legs of our referee Wagner, and Chicago takes it up. Just beyond their own area, pushed to midfield. Chattanooga does battle it away, but it's rolled all the way back to the keeper. Jakupovic, who is wearing a baseball cap. That's interesting. Chattanooga rolls this through midfield, long feed. Jalen James takes it, pushes it down into the 18. Milo on top of the ball. Mangarov walks his way down to the end line, heavily defended by Chicago. Tries the 6-yard box, penalty arc. Chattanooga regathers, knifing his way between defenders. The triple team steals it away. Chicago able to clear this one downfield. Chattanooga's Fareed Sarsar pushes it back to Eldine, and Jakupovic rolls this down to Fareed. Jakupovic is wearing a baseball cap because of the sunshine pouring over Lookout Mountain. It's right in his eyes here at peak golden hour. I love it. Chicago Fire let this go. It'll roll off over the end line and be goal kick for Patrick Louse. A baseball cap. Yes. I'm being talked to. 48th minute is scoreless between these two sides in Chattanooga. It's Chicago and CFC. Chicago's Louse gets it started again as he rolls it to Alpha. Tries the far side, gathered up on the touchline. Midfield. Chicago Fire. A lot of pressure from Chattanooga. Back line. Long outlet feed over the top for the Fire of Chicago. Can he stay on side? Fight for it. Vying for possession. Harassed by Fareed. And as he goes down, the whistle from Tim Wagner. So the ball will stay with Chicago in the final third. What an opportunity for the Fire. We're early in the 49th minute and scoreless between these two sides. And while they get set for this prime position free kick midway down the wing, just 5 yards outside of the area, Chattanooga's 11 on right now, and Jakupovic in goal. Up front, it's Thomas, Plowman, and James. Mangarov, Luis Jean, and Mendonca in the middle of the field. Garvanyan, Kohler, Sarsar, and Robertson on the back line. Louse in goal to start this second half for Chicago. Vlut, Shakalaka, Casano, Fleming, Nagel, Osorio, Student Diouf, Konix, and Kavanaugh are on the back line for Chicago. Off the free kick, sent to the 6 and knocked away by the Chicago Fire. They'll have to regather. Chicago swarming Chattanooga's final third. Kanyane will take this up at midfield and try the aerial play. Lost. Tries the corner. Chicago Fire have it. Rolled out front of the wing. Chicago with the ball. Treble. He goes back out front again. Bend over the top for the 6, and Chattanooga headers this away. It'll roll over the end line and be a set piece for the Fire. Chicago's been so good this season. 8-game unbeaten streak. 4 players, Shukaluk, Cassano, Diouf, and Fleming, lead the team with 4 goals apiece, a very balanced scoring threat. Cassano also leads the Fire with 6 assists, one of the league's top chance creators. The top chance creator in the league is on the other side, Tate Robertson, 7 assists created this year in MLS Next Pro Play. Eldin Jakupovic buried in the 6-yard box. Here's the corner from Chicago. Massive collision inside, and the whistle. Jakupovic is lying and looks like he might be seriously injured. He was run down immediately. Jakupovic is going to roll onto his side and stand. That's a good sign. We've still got a Fire player on the turf. Looks pretty shaken up. Jakupovic will give him a hand up. They dap it up, exchange a hug. Thankfully, he's all right. And we're good to play on in Chattanooga as we remain uninjured, thankfully. Maybe a little dinged up. 51st minute arrives, and we're scoreless between these two sides still at Chicago and Chattanooga. Jakupovic, goal kick for Chattanooga Football Club. He has been a warrior for this CFC side this year. Push through center field circle, regathered on the back. Chattanooga unbeaten at home, 307 days. If they win this match, if they can force a draw, it'll be 12, a dozen matches straight unbeaten in Fort Finley. Milo Garvanyan throws in. Hattard collected, end line out front. Chattanooga knifing inside and blown tire. Thomas tripped up, no call. Push to midfield. Chicago trying to keep it going. Rolled across. Connection by Osorio. Fire down towards the 18, 10 yards beyond it. Cutting towards the penalty arc, looking for help. Rolled across to the backside. Inside penalty spot, right stick, score! Chicago Fire take the lead, 1-0 on the road over Chattanooga. The Fire of Chicago, late in the 52nd minute, are out ahead of Chattanooga Football Club. Really, really nice score in the Scenic City. The ball dribbled down across the top of the circle. It was taken up by Cassano. Cassano walked it down towards the area. He was the one who approached the penalty arc first. Flipped it to the backside of the 18, got some help, goes inside, and a beautiful feed. It's 2 more passes. Osorio took it, moved it to Shukaluk, who is now the leading scorer for the Fire with his 5th goal of the season. The number 35 overall draft pick in last year's MLS Super Draft scores and puts the Chicago Fire out in front 1-0 in our 52nd minute. Back underway, Chattanooga in possession after allowing a goal in our 52nd minute. They trail 1-0. "307 days unbeaten in this stadium for Chattanooga. Jakupovic, the visored veteran wearing a ball cap. He'll send it long, offside. And that is the call, but I must say I disagree. Unusually shaky officiating. Some of these officials are regulars in this stadium, and tonight our referee is struggling. I think the weather is getting to him or something. He is just off his game. This is just not good. A lot of missed calls. A couple of calls that shouldn't have been made. Nobody wants to make mistakes or miss plays, even officials, so obviously not doing this on purpose. Chattanooga on the back line. It's Kohler. Push to midfield. Mangarov. Garvanyan. Plowman. Chattanooga still at midfield. Pushed away by Alpha. Tried to dribble it to himself, run down. Oh my goodness, Wagner calls another against Chattanooga. This time it's a fake that draws it. No way! Get this guy a water break. Brutal, brutal night for Tim Wagner. And it's affecting both clubs' performance significantly. Very disruptive to the match. Chicago. Hang in there, Tim. You're going to get through this. This is a rough watch. 1-0 Chicago Fire. Here's their free kick. 20 yards beyond the 18. Roped over the top, and it goes right to the gloves of the waiting Eldin Jakupovic, who will put us back underway. Rolled across, Jalen James, head of steam. Chattanooga Football Club through midfield, triple team, stays with it and escapes all three defenders. Now a fourth in front of the penalty spot. Chattanooga takes it back. Backside, long shot, wide left of the stick. It remains 1-0 Chicago as Chattanooga just misses wide left. Great chance created by Chattanooga Football Club. What a run through midfield. I mean, Jalen James put on the afterburners, baby. 3 defenders on top of him, splits the difference, escapes a fourth in Chase Nagel. A 5th defender knifes the ball away. Chattanooga gets it back. Thomas puts it to the back door, and Mangarov misses wide left by 3, maybe 4 feet. Remains 1-0 Chicago in our 57th minute. Chicago takes it away at midfield, but only for a moment. Intercepted by Chattanooga. Luis Jean to Jalen James. Long strike to the left stick, and it's just wide again. Patrick dives and swats it away at the last moment. It remains 1-0 Chicago in the Scenic City. What a play by Patrick Lowe's, the goalkeeper. The homegrown product who had committed to the University of Michigan, signed to terms with Chicago Fire. He's been great for them. Late in the 57th, the set piece coming for Chattanooga. Lofted 6, nods it off the crossbar. Still 1-0 Chicago. Chattanooga volleys it back into the 6 on the spot. Chicago gathers down the 18. They're rolling this towards the sideline and cleared to midfield. Chattanooga will be forced to reset. My goodness, 3 electric chances in the last 2 minutes. Chattanooga Football Club just cannot get the lid off. CFC, Mendonça. Tate Robertson. I'm Gabriel Schrei. You're tuned in to our coverage of Chicago and Chattanooga and MLSNP Soccer. Free radio broadcast of tonight's match made possible by Chattanooga Football Club. It's 1-0 Chicago. Rolled across late in the 58th, pushed down into the area, tries to fire, and it's off over the end line. Chattanooga on the attack again, disrupted by Alpha. Really nice energy by Thomas, and now Mangarov will go to the far corner and deliver the set piece. 59th minute is here, rolling. Chattanooga will have a 4th quality chance in the last 5 minutes of action. Mangarov to deliver. The 6-yard box in the 18 loaded up with bodies. Chattanooga rolls this to the right corner of the 18-yard box, lofted over the top of the 6, knotted in, and it's batted away by Patrick Lowe, still loose on the penalty spot. Left side of the 18 on the corner, Milo tries to force it back inside, headed away by Chicago, still played through the air again by the Fire. Luis Jean gathers to Nick Mendonça. Chattanooga bends this aerial play over to the wing. CFC grabs it up, dribble, down to the right side of the area, fires down towards the 6, cleared by Chicago Fire out towards midfield. Chattanooga steals it back away. They're going to come again. Long shot, helmeted away by Chicago, and now the Fire a chance to truly clear this, and they will. Through midfield go the Chicago Fire. Aerial play, backside. Folks, it's a track meet in Chattanooga. We cannot slow down. 60th minute. Chicago sends it inside, and it's batted intentionally to Jakupovic by Fareed Sarsar, and it's covered. 1-0 Chicago. If you were timing this, I feel like these two clubs could have qualified for the Olympics to run track and field. Oh, baby, we are on the move. What's the average miles run in a match by a soccer player? 8.5? We're looking at 20 tonight. Garvanyan in the wing. Chattanooga's already back down on the other end on the attack. Rolled back to Mendonça. Nick pushes it through for Plowman, and it's just a little too much, so Peter lets it go. Goal kick, Chicago Fire Football Club. This thing has been out of control. Chattanooga averages 10.5 shots per match. They've struggled with finishing in their last few matches, and that's continued tonight. 5 quality chances in the last 7 minutes of play, unable to find the twine. 61st minute, 1-0 Chicago Fire. Thrown in by Chattanooga. Deep in the wing for Thomas. Crossing ball down for the spot and cleared by Chicago. Garvanyan will regather 10 yards beyond the 18. Dribbling, knifing his way towards the area. Fires a shot and the howitzer goes over the top of the brickwork. Absolutely blasted that one, and it remains 1-0 Chicago in our 62nd minute. Chattanooga coming off of a scoreless draw against Cincinnati on the 21st. Before that, they lost 5-2 to the Red Bulls of New York, and a 3-3 draw against Miami on June 7th. Mid-season skid for one of the best performing clubs in America at any level. Chicago Fire are on one of their best streaks in club history, 8 unbeaten in a row. The Windy City has it right now, resting behind midfield. Push through down the sideline of the field. Back to the midfield stripe. And walked backwards. Chicago spins. A lot of pressure coming, so Diego Konix try something different. Floated long over the top. Down to the close touch line, it's Peter Sudan. Harassed by Chattanooga. Peter knifing his way up the side of the field and run down. No call, as Wagner now will make the call and send it with Chattanooga. Initially, nothing. Chattanooga Football Club, 1, 2, 3 passes in traffic. Left off. Garvanyan rolls this across to Fareed. Sarsar to the center field circle. From behind that midfield stripe, he'll uncork a long pass down. Daniel Mangarov into the area for the end line. Rolled 6-yard box, cut off by Alpha, trying to clear this for Chicago. Into the wing, and Chicago has stymied another chance for Chattanooga's football club. My goodness, the Windy City has been fantastic in that final third. Impenetrable for this Chattanooga side. Nugent, a quick word with our AR2. Fourth official is shouting down to Mike, the head coach of Chicago. Chris is talking to another official now, throwing his hands in the air. I don't know what to say, he says. Wagner is dealing this out with Chicago Fire, and Diego is happy they'll kick us back underway. Kohler regathers behind midfield. Chattanooga's got possession after the clearing ball. Fareed Sarsar flicked across to Nathan. Kohler fights his way through midfield, nearly loses it, and this one is off of him intentionally. Chicago will throw in. We've got a change coming. It'll be the first ever appearance for the loan from DC United. If you're not familiar, Chattanooga signed their first ever loan from an MLS side franchise, Gavin Turner, a midfielder from Fairfax, Virginia. He'll be here for the remainder of the season for Chattanooga Football Club. 18 years old, a homegrown contract with DC United in February of this year, progressed through their academy. He joined as a U12 player back in 2017. Turner made his professional debut with Loudoun United and earned his first MLS appearance with DC United on June 7th. Came off the bench against the Chicago Fire, ironically. Internationally, he's represented the United States at multiple levels, scored once in 5 matches, and he's a dual citizen of the United States and United Kingdom. Chattanooga sends this long. Down into the area, put back to Los, and he gloves it. Dangerous moment for Chicago Fire. Able to stay strong in the face of pressure, though. 1-0 Chicago leads late in our 65th minute. Gavin Turner promises to be an electric piece of this Chattanooga lineup at midfield. Chattanooga had an abysmal loss at the beginning of the season that really put everything in question. Alex McGrath, the longtime captain and steam engine of this Chattanooga Football Club offense, lost to injury. Gavin Turner hopefully can replace some of that energy. Chicago down to the final third, into the 18, wants to shoot, knocked away by Chattanooga. Regathered just beyond the wing, bent from the channel down inside, and Kohler pushes it away with his head. Nodded out into the wing where Chattanooga is trying to gather, battle for it. This one sent out front, CFC to Peter Plowman. Big guy able to shut it down and push this back to Fareed Sarsar, who will air it out for midfield. They were looking for Gavin Turner but couldn't find him. Chicago Fire, pursued by Turner. Here he goes. Gavin's got the ball for the first time, and it's tackled away immediately. Chicago Fire, the Windy City on the back line with the ball. Peter Plowman shadows them. Rolled down the side of the field on the far side. Chicago working their way down the channel towards the wing in front of the 18. Bent across to the backside. A lot of room here for the Windy City. Cuts into the penalty arc. Tries the strike, and it's knocked away by Chattanooga. Regathered in the corner. They're on the close side. Chicago out front of the area again. The Fire all the way to Diego. Alpha puts this to the center field circle. Harassed by Thomas. Maintains possession and kicks to Osorio. Cutting inside towards the penalty arc. Rolled through, backside. Fires the long strike, and it's gloved by Aldin Jakupovic. What a save by the veteran. Jakupovic throws this back into play. 67th minute, where it's 1-0 Chicago Fire. Long feed down the touchline, taken away by the Fire. Windy City set this up. They're going to the circle. Pushed around. Stevie Luis Jean takes this away. Chattanooga takes it up, trying to go to the far side. They've got possession, and they're taking their time setting something up. CFC rolls back to Fareed. Stolen by the Fire. A lot of room. Shakaluk, who already has scored his 5th of the season today, roped to the backside, penalty arc, fire through, penalty spot, knifes around a final defender, and he loses the ball. What a run with the football. Regathered by the Fire, Osorio has it, end line out front, in Chattanooga cuts it off as Tate Robertson finally clears this. Unbelievable. Chattanooga deserves some credit for stopping that and preventing the score, but Chicago Fire lost about 4 defenders in traffic. Blown tire after blown tire. Those guys were down like flies. Chattanooga down on the attack. 68th minute, throwing late. All the way into the wing, Chattanooga looking for the crossing ball. Dribble, dribble, dribble to the right corner of the 18. He's got it. Heavily defended. Push through, end line. CFC out front, and there's no one there to clean it up. It's cleared by Chicago Fire. 1-0 Fire as we've entered our 69th minute of play. Jakupovic is at midfield. Passes it across. Chattanooga down into the wing. Rolled for Peter Plowman, and it's cleared away again. Chattanooga out front of the penalty arc. Long strike of the ball, and it's covered in front of the right stick by Patrick Laus. The 69th minute, it remains 1-0 Chicago. What a match we've had between these two sides. Chicago Fire will put us back underway. Gene Alpha. Down the side of the pitch. Fire left off. Chicago center field. Peter is trailing defensively. Pass just beyond the reach of Turner. Looking to go inside, and it's taken off the boots of Cassano. Cassano gets it back somehow, ropes this across to Shakaluk, who's already scored. Howitzer blockered away by Jakupovic, and Chattanooga clears it out. Pinballed 1-2 through the air. Chicago's got it back in the wing. Struck into the area backside, nodded across, in front of the 6, cleaned it up, and it's blown dead. This one just too much in front for Tim Wagner, and he'll call that one interference before they can score. That would have been nasty if it could have all come together for the Fire. It was a header across to the backside. He headers it back across again, and Jakupovic was completely splayed out trying to stay with the ball. Would have been a wide open, easy free score if Wagner hadn't blown it dead there. That's good luck. Good luck for Chattanooga Football Club. They needed that. They're in the 71st minute. It's 1-0 Fire. 20 minutes to play in regulation. It's been pretty much all Chicago this second half after a decent first half. Peter Plowman takes it up on a long feed into the area. Fires a shot. It's well wide. About 4 foot beyond the right stick. And to describe this as a track meet would be an understatement. This thing has been back and forth, wide open, free, flying, and fun. My goodness. Exhausting. Borso has come onto the pitch for Chicago Fire. It's going to be his 11th appearance this season. Homegrown academy product, joined in 2017. He plays collegiately for Wake Forest. Demon Deacons made the Elite Eight thanks to a goal scored by him. Rolled through. Fire in trouble, and Chattanooga able to lock him up. Wagner will send the ball with Chicago. Windy City is going to keep it rolling. They lead 1-0, 72nd minute. Garvanian was able to shut him down, but Milo just a bit too much for the liking of Tim Wagner. Chattanooga hasn't lost at Finley Stadium in 307 days. They're unbeaten. Chattanooga throws it in. Long winding feed. Milo Garvanian has it in the wing. Been inside of the penalty spot and cleared by the Windy City. Far wing, Chattanooga. Robertson for the corner. CFC looking back out front. Chattanooga bends this over the top and it's headed away. Knotted out into the wing, and Chicago will clear this to midfield. Chattanooga going to regather all the way back to Nathan Kohler. Kohler walks his way to midfield. Milo Garvanian centers this up. Chattanooga knitting passes across the top of the AstroTurf. Garvanian lofts this down for Gavin Turner, who's got it. Knifes around a defender. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Walks his way towards the area. Pinballed back to him on the end line. Fed to the backside of the 6, and the referee, Tim Wagner, says, hey, that ball is out. Remains 1-0 Chicago Fire as we enter into our 74th minute of play. Chattanooga looks like they've got a couple of changes standing by. Naglestad out of his warm-up standing. Along with him, Robert Screen. Long feed, Chattanooga takes it away. Just beyond midfield, it's booted back. Alpha over the head of Peter Plowman. Vying for possession, Chattanooga. Garvanian rolled back to Jakupovic. Eldine walks this beyond the penalty arc. Jakupovic tries the long outlet feed into the wing. This one taken up by Chattanooga. Thomas onto it, harassed, 2 defenders, rolled across to Mendonça. Nick looking both ways, back to the wing where Milo's got it. Garvanian Keeps it away from Chase. Mendonça chips this into the area. Helmeted, and it's loose in front of the 6. Chicago's got a chance to clear this. Pushed off, and it'll be a throw-in for Chattanooga. 75th minute, 1-0, Chicago Fire. Here come the changes for Chattanooga. Mendonça's coming off for Robert's screen. Marcus Naglestad, the all-time leading scorer for Chattanooga Football Club, coming on as well. Peter Plowman appears to be the one he'll change in for. Naglestad, a fan favorite, a personal friend, a center forward from Kristiansand, Norway, returned after a decorated spell from 21 to 23. Club record 60 career goals for Chattanooga, 99 career total goals. His next will be 100 as a pro. Cleared away. Chicago Fire got this out of the area right away off the throw-in, out to midfield, and Screen couldn't push it to himself, so Chicago will keep it in front of the scorers table.
Grab some water.
And we've got a water break down on the field. That's what he just called for, is a quick hydration break. We'll look at the numbers. Will they take a hydration break and keep it right here? Still here with me, I'm Gabriel Schrei, and it is 1-0, a barn burner in our 76th minute. Chicago Fire are leading. Chattanooga has not lost on this field in 307 days. They're looking to keep that unbeaten streak going. It would be a dozen matches in a row they had not lost at Fort Finley if they could play to a draw or somehow pull a win out of their bag of tricks in the late stages of this one. Currently 1-0 Chicago. Here's a look at your numbers so far that have driven this match. It's all been powered by shots, obviously. A dozen both ways. 12 for Chattanooga, 12 for Chicago. 4 on goal for both clubs. 3 blocked shots. Chicago's blocked more. 379 passes to the Fire, 259 for Chattanooga. 86% passing accuracy for the Windy City, 79 for the Scenic City. 5 corners Chicago, 4 Chattanooga. 7 crosses Chattanooga, 5 Chicago Fire. That's what we've seen so far. I would say the biggest difference is clearances. A dozen for Chicago, 6 for Chattanooga, and we're coming down to the wire. 77th minute is approaching the 78th. It's 1-0 Chicago Fire 2. Can Chattanooga find a way to keep their 300-day unbeaten streak going? We'll find out in a moment. Fire throw in as we're back underway in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Glad you're with us. 1-0 Chicago Fire lead in the 78th minute. I'm Gabriel Schrei. You're tuned into MLS Next Pro Soccer on the radio. Push through for the Fire down towards the end line. Deep in the corner, Chicago onto the ball. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Push through into the area. He's got it. Looking out front. Bent down low, and Jakupovic covers the ball for Chattanooga. Well played by the keeper. Eldine rolls this across to the far side. Chattanooga moving with the ball. Tate Robertson for Naglestad. The veteran from Norway, Marcus, 33 years old, the all-time leading scorer. Looks inside, and this one knocked away by the Windy City. Chicago floats this through the air immediately. Kohler, a fight at midfield for the ball. Blown dead as he collides with Shakaluk, our goal scorer in today's match. Tim Wagner doesn't like something here. Big collision immediately. Naglestad put down by Elfadine. What a spot for Chattanooga. The ball is about a dozen yards beyond the penalty arc, and it's almost centered up on it. Chattanooga's got a free kick. Drawn by the veteran from Norway. Robertson and Mangarov stand by with the ball. Tate, the man from Springfield, Ohio, is going to walk his way into the area. It leaves Daniel Mangarov alone with it. Great draw by Marcus Naglestad to create an opportunity for Chattanooga. 80th minute coming up quickly. 1-0 Chicago Fire. Can Chattanooga capitalize? Mangarov standing by with the ball. Here's the signal. Steps, delivers, rolls across to the front of the 18. Chipped backside, 6-yard box, loose. Hammered over the top by Marcus. That thing went to space. He was trying to go top shelf, and instead it remains 1-0 Chicago. Oh, baby, I think that one pinged off a cloud gate. Chattanooga, after the ball, Laus clears it away. Turner played up after that one. Midfield taken by Thomas. Push to screen. Robert, the former Kentucky Wildcat. Naglestad long feed intercepted. Chattanooga tries to bust it up. Ball loose. Coming with it is the Chicago Fire. Rolled across to Dorso. He's going to push it backwards. Chicago, midfield, away from Marcus. Naglestad watches. This was sent long by Chicago. Centered up. Fire looking to the backside. Hassled by Chattanooga. No call. Good clean tackle. Gavin Turner onto it. The DC United transfer. This one taken up by Borso. Dillon grabbed that by Gavin. Grabs him back and throws him to the ground. No call from Wagner. Full-fisted jersey put him in the turf. Long feed by Chicago down the touchline, looking for the end line. Fire locked up. Oh, baby, ran him down again. What is going on? Absolutely no way they're going to give them a free kick from right here. Kohler ran over by Harold Osorio, the man from El Salvador. I mean, Osorio squared him up and ran him down, it looked like to me. Taking a look at the television replay right now. I don't know. That's inexcusable. That's brutal. Great spot for the kick for the Chicago Fire, who already lead 1-0 in our 82nd minute. Chattanooga's in trouble. They must stop this. They cannot afford a goal here from the Fire. Chicago along the end line. Bet on the free kick over the top of the twine and off over the end line. Goal kick, Jakupovic in the Scenic City. A lucky break for Chattanooga. Well, as they say in basketball, ball don't lie. Chattanooga rolled down the side of the field. Vacant space, a lot of green to work with. Here comes Thomas. Dribbling his way across the midfield stripe. Gavin Turner airs this out for the far wing. Chattanooga's got it. Dribble, dribble, dribble down into the 18. Then in front of the 6. Laus is unable to get to it, and it's cleared away by the Fire, but blown dead by Tim Wagner, who will send this with the Fire. '83rd minute, 1-0 Chicago Fire in Chattanooga. Well, this match, until about the 75th minute, was a wide-open, free and fun track meet. One of the most electric matches I've seen in Fort Finley in the last couple of years. And Tim Wagner is spoiling our fun day. Get it together, man. Chicago Fire getting us started again. Rolled towards midfield. Intercept by Chattanooga. 18-yard box. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Banged away. Patrick Lose cleared it. It's cleaned up by Chattanooga Football Club. 1-1. Chattanooga scores. And it looks like they're waving it off. Unbelievable. He cleaned it up. They're not going to let it stand. Mangarov came up and played with pressure, followed by Naglestad. Robertson intercepted, went to Marcus. Marcus is the one who took the first shot. Robertson cleaned it up, and it's waved off. Unreal. Abysmal. The 4th of July was yesterday. The hot dog water everybody threw out is on the field. Disgusting. A joke. Chicago Fire down the touchline into the wing. Dribble, dribble, dribble. He works it into the 18. Rolled out front of the area. Chicago to the penalty arc. Pushed to the backside. Fire with it. Trying to get some space to shoot with. Chicago, they're happy to just burn clock. They lead 1-0 on the road. Back across down to Borso. He's got it. End line. David looking to bend this over the top. A little too much on it. It's over the goal line and goal kick for Jakupovic. Long feed for Chattanooga from midfield. Thomas has it in the channel, down deep in the wing alongside the area. Pushed it through. Noglestad floats it over to the 6-yard box, and no one's there for Chattanooga. Chicago clears it initially. Down along the side of the field. Stolen away by Stevie Luis Jean on a clean, classy tackle. Center third of the pitch, Chattanooga. Walking his way towards the area. Gavin Turner takes the pass, now leaves it for Robert Screen. A classy strike, gloved down by Patrick Laus in our 86th minute. 1-0 Chicago Fire. Long ball, Chattanooga midfield. Chicago. We've almost played 1.5 hours of regulation. 5 minutes left to go until we've reached regulation. I'm certain we'll see quite a bit of stoppage time, but Chattanooga hasn't lost. They're unbeaten at Fort Finley over their last 307 days of play. Can they make it to 308? They trail 1-0 as we enter the 87th. Two changes. Jesus Ibarra has come on. Looks as though Menjay Quack has come on as well. Rolled through midfield, Chattanooga. Menjay down the sideline, cuts inside. Lots of green for Chattanooga. Penalty arc, Marcus run down, loose on the edge of the area and cleared away by Chicago. This is off, big collision. Alpha took down the veteran. Chattanooga puts this on. Rolled deep in the wing. CFC tries this over the top and it's gone. End line, that's out. 1-0 Chicago, 88th minute coming momentarily. Set piece coming for Chattanooga. From the far side, bent down the end line, hammered into the air by Chicago. Fire trying to keep it going. It's misdirected on the penalty arc. Chattanooga puts it to the spot. This one set up. Oh, look out in row G, and it's dropped by a fan. 1-0 Chicago in the 88th. Sent on. Chicago, beautiful play. Almost able to clear this away from their back third. Chattanooga steals it back. Menjay fighting for his life in the wing. Double teamed, and Tim Wagner gives the ball to Chattanooga. What a spot for Chattanooga Football Club. Late in our 88th minute, and we've got a fake injury right there. Crafty. Peter Sudan lied down on the turf, said, I need a second. Scores tables being crashed down on by coach and players looking to check into the match. 88th minute has become the 89th, 1-0 Chicago. Chattanooga about to take a free kick a few yards off the area. The 18-yard box is packed with bodies. Chattanooga looking to stay unbeaten in the last 308 days at home. CFC ropes it backside, nodded away by Chicago on a great header. Luis Jean for the spot, knocked away again by Chattanooga's screen. Chips this through the air, helmeted down inside. Chattanooga fighting for it, and it's set off unintentionally by the Fire of Chicago. Corner coming for Chattanooga FC.
51 is out. 56.
This is quite the process trying to put on two players. That's what you can hear. There's a microphone on the table. Here's the corner, and it's over the top and off. Casano's coming off in place. Bryce Richards will also get Olu Oyengule, 33rd overall selection in the 2024 MLS Super Draft. Some professional time wasting. Burning clock. Late in the 90th minute. Oh my goodness. We're just standing around in Chattanooga. Oh, we've lost track of who's on the field. Let them have it, Chattahooligans. Yikes. 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 A rough night for this officiating crew just got worse. Now Eldin Jakobovic is saying, what is going on? We've got the keeper. Tim Wagner says, get out of here.
I got it. Let's go.
What in the world? We've been standing around for 2 minutes. How much stoppage time are we going to play? What is going on? Tim Wagner is still trying to figure out how to finish this match. Get this man a glass of water and a map. He's lost. Is there any more lights we can turn on to help this guy see? They're still trying to figure out who's on the field and who's not. Okay, they're bringing Olu, the man from Canada, back off of the field. Oh my goodness. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Atrocious. An embarrassment. An embarrassment. I am a staunch supporter of officials. That's an embarrassment. Chicago Fire takes it off an errant bounce, fires a shot, and this one deflected away by Jakobovic. Absolute officiating meltdown, an embarrassment. Chicago tries to clear this down onto the attacking end, into the area. Fire have it chipped away by Chattanooga. Wow. I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time I openly criticized an official. Abhorrent, terrible, disgusting, hard to watch. 93rd minute, 1-0 Chicago. They tried to throw it in and it's lost. He touched it with his down on the end line and he was out. Chattanooga will take over. 1-0, 94th minute coming. Chattanooga rolls this through midfield. Garvanyan. Screen. Robert. Back to Milo. Ibata airs this out for Chattanooga to the backside. On the end line, tries to center. Chicago gathers. Dean trying to push this away. CFC push down from behind, and Wagner keeps the ball with Chattanooga. Chattanooga will have a free kick from just beyond the 18. The ball is about 7-8 yards off of the corner, a slight angle of the right corner of the area. 94th minute about to become the 95th. 1-0 Chicago Fire. Chattanooga Football Club. The signal. Robertson fires down towards the 6, hammered away immediately with a great header by Chicago. Out towards the circle, push to Jakupovic. Eldine skies this one to the final third again, just in front of the 18. Chicago misdirects it, pushed inside by Mendonça, loose on the penalty spot. Chicago flicks this into vacant space. Nobody's there. Eldine's got to get back. Jakupovic rushing back to the sticks. Here come the Fire of Chicago, knifing through 3 defenders, wants to fire, pushed away. Chattanooga steals this one up. CFC to midfield. Off of a defender, Gavin Turner is the intended target. Jesus Ibarra the first to it. Turner, what a steal! Oh, baby footwork! Gavin leaves this off for Stevie Luis Jean. 95th minute, growing late, 1-0 Chicago. Chattanooga down into the wing on the far side. CFC fires the long strike for the 6, and Patrick Lose snatches that out of the air to keep it 1-0. Great save by the keeper of Chicagoland. The Chattahooligans are counting how long Patrick Lose has held the ball. And Patrick kicks it away, but Chris Nugent, the head coach, you can hear him on our crowd mic shouting, what are you doing? You can hear the crowd, they're counting. Unreal. Chattanooga down the touchline, Robert Screen. Passed into the wing, CFC dribbling down towards the front of the area, connected deep in the channel. Chicago Fire strip it away, nice steal, and Chicago has a chance to clear this away. Chattanooga steals it back, push towards the end line, centering feed, pinballed around. Chattanooga again for a moment before Chicago ultimately comes up with this. Late in the 96th minute as it becomes the 97th, 1-0 Chicago. They're knifing their way through midfield. Jason Shakaluk, our goal scorer, with the ball. Turning like a top, he'll flick this across to Bryce Richards. Richards airs it out for Eldine Jakupovic. We played 6.25 minutes of stoppage time. Jakupovic airs it out for Chattanooga. Headed away by the Chicago Fire. Screen run down at midfield, and a dasher board goes with the Chicago Fire's man. Chattanooga to throw in. We played 6.5 of stoppage time. They called for 6. It's 1-0 Chicago. Chattanooga, Stevie Luis Jean airs it out into the wing from midfield, gathered by Milo Garvanian, the intercept by the Fire. Chicago clear to midfield, Chattanooga takes it up. CFC rolled into the channel, Garvanian inside, Gavin Turner strides towards the area, cleared by Chicago. 7 minutes played of stoppage time. They called for 6. Chattanooga gonna throw in. 1-0 Chicago Fire 2. Trying to force the draw, they've got seconds to do it. Robertson from the sideline, overhead into the 6th, headed away by Chicago. Chattanooga taking up on the boots of one of the Fire defenders, nearly cleared away, and it is. We played 7.5 of stoppage time. They called for 6. It's 1-0 Chicago. Thrown in by the Fire. Chicago, a space shot. This one cleared over the top. We've reached full time. Chattanooga loses their first match at Fort Finley in 307 days. Abysmal, gross, embarrassing officiating. We'll take a break when we return. My breakdown. Chattanooga loses 1-0 to the Fire.
Attention Chattanooga FC supporters. Get exclusive content and insider access by following us on social media. From live match commentary to player interviews and training highlights, there's always something new to discover. Engage with us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to stay in the loop and never miss a moment. Be the first to know about special events, ticket offers, and giveaways. Follow Chattanooga Football Club today and join our online family.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments.
This is the Chattanooga Kickoff Network. Now back to more Chattanooga Football Club action with your play-by-play host, Gabriel Schrei.
Final at full time is 1-0, the victory to Chicago Fire. Chattanooga falls after a dozen unbeaten at home. I should say 11. Rough one. Chicago picks up 3 points. Chattanooga stays at 30. Second in the Eastern Conference, fourth in the league. They'll probably slip after this weekend, after today's match. A look at the numbers real quick. Shakaluk scored the goal in the 62nd. Looked really good. It was his 5th of the season. Lots of great chances for both clubs. 17 shots by Chattanooga, 15 by Chicago Fire. The pace was unmatchable from the start. A really fun match. And to be honest, it would have been a blast if it weren't for some of the disappointing calls by our officiating crew tonight. I was really unhappy with the officiating. It was just uncharacteristically bad for a league that puts forward such a good product night in and night out. Shots on goal were 6 apiece for both clubs. Blocked shots 3-2 Chicago. Total passes 430, 329 Chicago. 84-77, the passing accuracy. Chicago led that as well. Corners were 6-5 Chattanooga. Total crosses 8-6 Chattanooga. Offsides 4-2 Chattanooga. Keeper saves 6-5 Chicago. And clearances 13-6 Chicago. Track meet 1-0 Chicago, your final. Player of the match for Chicago is obviously Shakaluk. I would pick Eldin Jakupovic for his effort tonight for Chattanooga Football Club as the man of the match for Chattanooga. I thought Tate Robertson played extremely well also. Gavin Turner looked super good as advertised. Marcus came in, got some minutes, and looked really good, and the fan support was great on an extremely hot night in the Scenic City. The Windy City has snatched 3 points. They will hide them under Cloudgate when they get back to the Windy City. Thanks for tuning in. For our entire crew, all the fans, Chattanooga and Chicago, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from the Scenic City where it's 1-0 Chicago Fire at full time.
Hey Chattanooga, show your pride for the Chattanooga Football Club. Our team, our city, our pride. Join us at Finley Stadium and experience the thrill of live soccer. From heart-stopping goals to electrifying saves, there's nothing like the roar of the crowd. Get your tickets now at ChattanoogaFC.com and bring your friends and family for an unforgettable night. Together, we can make this season one for the record books. Let's pack the stands and show our team the support they deserve.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
Hey, you got this. Just breathe. Hey.